This is our Friday Q&A live stream for the Raw Vegan Heroes membership. Hello, and hello to everyone who is on live now and who is watching in the replay library. This is our Q&A hour every week where members can come to get the mindset, the coaching, the support, and the guidance they need to be successful as a raw vegan, to make that transition to a healthier diet and lifestyle possible. Because we need the support. We need to learn how to eat properly for our body. We need to learn how to think like a raw vegan. So this is where we come every week to get the guidance, the mentorship, the coaching, the community, the accountability, the hand-holding, the witnessing, the celebration. Make no mistake about it, this is the most powerful hour you could possibly have during your week because this is a high-level mindset hour. I help you guys learn how to think successfully. Think differently. We don't just need success in our health. We need success in our love relationships, in our money, in our health, and in our service to others. Those are the 4 pillars of fulfillment. And if you aren't working on all 4 of those areas in your life, you are going to be struggling. All 4 of them interconnect and weave together to create a life of meaning, purpose, fulfillment, abundance, and success for you. So this week, we are celebrating together as a community, everybody. We are coming together right now on this hour to support each other, to celebrate the raw vegan lifestyle, and to get the coaching you need to be successful. This week's theme, everyone, is how to think like a raw vegan. How do raw vegans think? How does a successful raw vegan think? I am here with my green juice. I have a lemon ginger blast today. It's always a good day when we have a lemon ginger blast. I'm going to have a sip right now to help me think like a raw vegan. For one, we're going to think like a raw vegan when our cells are purified. It's naturally going to affect our mind and the way we think. But the most important way that we need to learn how to think like a radically healthy person, how we think like a raw vegan, is to surround ourselves with other successful raw vegans. It's very important that we don't try to figure things out on our own because loners are always losers. Loners are the ones who are unsuccessful and struggling. Isolation will take you down the path of temptation, while community and putting our minds together, masterminding with other successful people, will lift you up out of your addictive, emotional, psychological behaviors and into a higher way of thinking. We have to surround ourselves with successful raw vegans to learn how to think like a raw vegan. So we can come together here in the Raw Vegan Heroes community. This is what the community is for, to surround yourself with other successful raw vegans that think properly, that are getting high-level results in their health. There are many members in Raw Vegan Heroes right now, including our amazing team of coaches who have been in this community for many years, who are very, very successful. You need to seek those people out and you need to spend more time with them. You need to come on our weekly Q&A live stream and spend time with me because I think like a successful raw vegan. I think like a successful person. I have been successful at everything I've done in my life because I trust myself. I love myself. I know where my source and center is coming from. I have a vision bigger than myself that is to serve humanity. I talked about the 4 pillars of service. I have a very well-established service pillar, service to others. I score myself on a service pillar of 10 out of 10. For my love, I'm at a 10 out of 10. For my money, I am a 10 out of 10, maybe a 9.5 out of 10. And my health is a 10 out of 10. How would you rate yourself on love, money, health, and service to others on a scale of 1 to 10? Most people I talk to are at zeros and ones in at least one or more categories. That's going to be a problem. You need to surround yourself with successful raw vegans to learn how a raw vegan thinks. The only thing you need to know about being raw vegan is how a raw vegan thinks. Because if you can think like a successful raw vegan, you will be a successful raw vegan. No question about it. And we need to get that through mentorship, through accountability, through community, through guidance, through hand-holding, through witnessing, through celebration, through the community of raw vegan heroes. This is where we come to learn how to think like a raw vegan and to get that next level breakthrough in our health. It's not complicated. It's extremely simple to eat raw, whole, unprocessed, uncooked foods. That's what nature wants for us and our sacred body and our sacred temple. But we are listening to other people. We're thinking like the mainstream. We're thinking like the masses, which leads us over the cliff like the lemmings, following the herd, being led to the slaughter, thinking like sheep rather than our own empowered, sovereign, divine self. Don't allow yourself to be hijacked in your mind by corporations that want to control the way you think. Don't let yourself be hijacked by your friends and family who get poor results and have poor health because they think like a meat eater. They think like a sad eater. They think like someone who doesn't even pay attention to their health pillar, their service pillar. Or even their money or love pillar. They're not paying attention. So you certainly don't want to learn how to think like them. You want to learn how to think like a raw vegan. And to do that, you're not going to get it unless you spend time with successful raw vegans. That's why this hour, our weekly Q&A live stream with Shane Sterling, your fearless leader at your service, is a very, very, very important hour. This is a very important opportunity for you to learn how a successful raw vegan thinks. Now, let me share with you a couple points as to how I think about my raw vegan lifestyle. I know this will help you. Pay attention, take notes. Share this with those who you love who do not think properly. Share this with those who are struggling with their health. Take notes in your journal and refer back to this very often, every day, in fact, until you get the results you desire. If you do not have the results you desire in your health right now, you are not thinking correctly. You're not thinking like a successful person. All you have to do is learn how a successful person thinks, and you're going to have the results too, because it's 99% how we think. Having a multi-million-dollar business is literally how you think. It has nothing to do with your actions or what you do. That comes later. It's how you think. Being a successful raw vegan, eating fully raw vegan for many years on end, having exceptional high vibrancy health, that is 99% how you think. What you do comes later. I talk to a lot of people. I have a lot of clients, and most of them are struggling with basic, fundamental ways of thinking. What do you do when you're at a party and everybody's eating the cooked food hors d'oeuvres? What do you do when you go out with friends? What do you do when you're at a family reunion and it's all barbecue? What do you do when you're tempted with your own cooked food cravings? What do you do? What do you do? It's all in the mind. Okay? So, let me share with you 4 points that I have around how I think as a raw vegan. Number 1 is I have a vision bigger than my health. I have a vision bigger than myself. and I have a vision bigger than the present moment. I think 10,000 years into the future. How can I contribute to the consciousness of humanity for the mental, emotional, and spiritual experience of humanity in 10,000 years from now? I'm not just worried about my health. I'm a servant of the future. I'm a servant to you, to humanity, to mankind, and to the shared collective consciousness of all life on earth, which includes the plants and the animals. I am a servant to God's divine will. That leads me to number 2, which is surrender your will to the divine will. If you're trying to live your own life out of your own mind, you will struggle. When you get into your servant's heart, drop down out of your own will, surrender it on the altar of God's will for you, then you have the opportunity to see clearly what is meant for you. But as long as you're trying to run the show with your mind and the ego, you'll get nothing. You will not ever learn how to think like a successful person or a successful raw vegan, because it's only through the divine will that we get the truth, that we see the true path for us. It's only through the divine will that we have the thread of divine service, where we see through intuition, through divine guidance, where we're supposed to go next, what we're supposed to serve, how we can help. The service pillar in the 4 pillars of fulfillment, the service pillar, in my opinion, is the biggest driver of the human experience, and we don't know it. We might think it's health, love, or money, but without service in place in our life, we become neurotic and paranoid and have extreme and debilitating anxiety. So the number one thing you can do to get out of your paranoia and anxiety and unfulfilled, desperate searching for answers, including weight gain and health problems and struggling mentally, emotionally, and physically, is to build your service pillar to help others. Number one way you can overcome that. Yeah. So you got to surrender your will to the divine will, because how else are you going to help? How else? All right. Number 3, how to think like a raw vegan. We're not thinking about what to eat. We're thinking about mastering macros and calories. How much energy does my body need today? And what are the macronutrients and the balance of macronutrients that my body needs today? That's how we're thinking. It does not matter if it's raw or cooked. We're choosing raw because we're raw vegans and we want to live into that higher divine will, and we're surrendering for the vision bigger than our health and ourselves, right? So we're choosing raw, but that's not how we think. We're not thinking about choosing raw food. We're thinking about how do we fuel the body with energy and macros. That's how I think about it. So how much protein am I getting today from raw vegan sources? How much fats am I getting today from raw vegan sources? And how much carbohydrates am I getting today from raw vegan sources? How much energy am I giving my body to accomplish my goals? Am I undereating? Am I overeating? Am I exercising properly? Am I moving my body properly? You need to think like a successful, healthy person, okay? And number 4, how a raw vegan thinks is you seek above all else. The number one thing you need to do is seek mentorship. Surround yourself with someone who thinks like a successful raw vegan. That's here right now, this hour. I'm sharing with you how a successful raw vegan thinks. It's not negotiable. It's not optional. How many raw vegans do you know in your life who are successful? How many do you spend time with that are successful? Me, personally, very little. My girlfriend is one, and myself, and the people that I choose to spend time with online, in my communities, in my masterminds, in my groups. I started Raw Vegan Heroes. Here, our amazing community 4 years ago, and today it's grown so much bigger than myself. We have over 3,300 members in our community right now. This is mentorship for me as well. Do you realize that? I get the benefits from Raw Vegan Heroes just as much as you guys do. It's grown bigger than me because number one, my vision is bigger than myself and my vision is bigger than my health. Okay? I've surrendered my will for the good of all. That's why Raw Vegan Heroes community serves all of us, including myself. I don't focus on what to eat. I focus on what my body needs. And mentorship is absolutely key. Now, I have incredible mentorship abilities myself because I'm a high-level leader. I am a world-class coach. So you can learn how to think like a raw vegan here on the weekly Q&A live streams. You can also learn how to think like a successful entrepreneur who does not have financial struggle in your life in my business mastermind. We have almost 100 people in the business mastermind. Most of them are plant-based and raw vegans working on their health coaching businesses. And I help people learn the power of a membership model to create some passive income in their life. You know, do you want stability in your income? Because again, one of the 4 pillars of success, of fulfillment, is money. And if we don't have stability in our money, we have anxiety and we are unfulfilled, we're unhappy, we're scrambling and struggling in our lives trying to figure out what we need. We just need a little financial stability. So that's what I teach in my business mastermind, how to create that with a membership, how to have a vision bigger than yourself, get out of your own way, serve people, surrender your will to the divine will, and create a program that grows bigger than yourself, to create a community so you can lead a community. I want all of you listening right now to build a community that serves you back, that serves millions of people and you at the same time. That's what you need. That's what I'm dedicated to, paying it forward. So again, I am your fearless leader in service to you today. I hope that's helpful, everyone. I am going to go over to the Q&A questions for today, everybody, and I've got my green juice. Oh, yeah.